I had colors, but the guys never knew anything about my religious belief, my religious backgrounds. Benji, even the guys found it peculiar that I've never allowed no members of the gang to wear German swastikas on their uniforms. Why? We're supposed to be an outlaw gang. All of us, we gotta look mean. We have the skulls with the swastikas. We never believed that. They never asked why. Some members were suspicious. Benji's too religious. They used to call me the preacher.
Because there's a lot of clubs that help just their own friends. They forget about other people who live around us, you know? But we don't think like that. We like to help everybody. You know what?
It was a dream that I've always wanted to be accomplished, because I always fantasized of becoming a leader of a great organization. But then I didn't realize that I was the leader of a very gang that caused a lot of destruction, a lot of hurt in people in the community. And as time went on, I started to see myself and say, wait, maybe we can channel all this negative energy into something very positive. We started to change our image from using our hands and hurting people to doing something constructive, like fixing people's cars, fixing people's apartments, painting people's apartments, helping people walking up the block. What's left of the old Ghetto Brother Club is still standing there. When I see that, I get shivers up my spine. Here's where all the major decisions were made during those violent years. We were the type of group that we were internationalized, okay? We believed that there was no boundary. The streets belonged to everybody. Now, the rules that the other gangs was, if you step in a certain community, you had to take off your colors. If you walk in with your colors, you're asking for war. You're not showing respect to this gang's community. When Ghetto Brothers used to do that, we would actually take off our jackets, not to start any rumble. Before we even do that, I'll even talk to the president and let him know the relationship with the Ghetto Brothers doing in the community. We were one of the only groups that they allow us to walk in their community with our colors on, because they knew we represented peace.
Benjamin, also known in the streets as Black Benji, was ambassador for the Ghetto Brothers. He was beaten to death when he tried to intervene between two other gangs. Instead of retaliating, the Ghetto Brothers convened a peace meeting of all the gangs in the South Bronx at the Boys Club on Hoe Avenue. This event marked a turning point in the history of the gangs as they began to turn away from violence to become a positive force in the community.
Black Benji was the third staff leader in the Ghetto Brothers. His job was to make peace with other clubs, bring in the presidents, the vice presidents, and the warlords to our division, let them know what the platform of the Ghetto Brothers is, what do we stand for, and what is our objectives.
We came down the stairs, right? And we stopped there. And there was about 13 to 20 of us. And then when we looked down, we seen him. That's when Benji came out, and Benji said, he took a step forward and he said, listen, brother, we're here to talk peace. And the guy, he came out and he said, I don't know, he said, piece of shit. And he must have took a jump. It looked like he threw a kick, but he must have took a jump to grab a pipe.
Black Benji, at that time, was getting beat up right in the very corner. We found out an hour later, after he was taken to the old Lincoln Hospital, that they killed him. There were three gangs involved. You had 70 Immortals, Black Spades, and the Mongols. And as a result of his death, that's where all the gangs met at the Boys Club.
Pressing on the scene.
Advisor, Ghetto Brothers.
Warlord of the Ghetto Brothers.
Hey, I would like for the police to leave, or we got nothing to say. Know when we came to your turf, man, when Black Benji died, man, that's when we came to your turf for Static, man. I'm gonna tell you what's happening now, because all this shit is bullshit, man. You see, because wow, man, we didn't have no Static with you people, man. All we did is ask you people for the colors, man, and you people didn't give us our colors back. When we have Static, man, we settle out among ourselves, man, because wow, we got to live in this district. The whiteys don't come down here, man, and live in the fucked up houses, man. The whiteys don't come down here, man, and have all the fucked up fucking no heat in the fucking winter time, you understand? We do, Jack. So therefore, wow, we got to make it a better place to live, you understand?
Newspaper people will walk up to, what are you guys gonna do? And here's how the media works, you know? And then he got members of my club and members of other gangs. Benji, what are you going to do? Are we going to take revenge for the death of Black Benji? I said, no, we're not. Would you believe that members got angry at me and some even threatened me? I said, to take revenge will make Benji's peace annul. It will mean nothing, will make it void.
Even though we had colors, we were a gang, we'd never look for trouble, man. I could understand if they beat up Benji, but killing him is another thing. You took away one of our brother's lives, man. And we were right down at the funeral looking at him, saying, I wish the immortals, if they were them, to see what it is to take away one of our brother's lives. You don't want us to become a gang again, right? Because I know you, right? Don't I know you? You was up in the meeting and you told me, Benji, I want to get out alive. Didn't you tell me that? Benji didn't get out alive. Benji died. They took away my brother's life, man. The thing is, we're not a gang anymore. We're an organization. We want to help black and Puerto Ricans to live in a better environment.
That's how a lot of gangs got together as a result of the death of a brother who went out to make peace and not war.
Somebody brought it up, you know, as why nobody ever got together. A lot of people fail to realize the police, even though we used to fight against each other, sometimes those fights were caused by the police, because if we ever did band it together, all the clubs in the Bronx, they will have a hard time.
Blackie's got a point there. I've been visited by several times, FBI, police officers. They always say there was something up with the GBs who were getting too political, the Young Lords were getting involved with the gangs, the Black Panthers were getting involved with the gangs, and I was bringing a lot of this political influence into the Bronx.
Everybody started getting these flyers for a party that was being done in Bronx River. It was like, come one, come all, leave your colors at home, you know? Certain things on that flyer, man. I tell my cousin, come on, let's go. He was like, no, that's a setup. No, because they heard about that before. Like some clubs, like you go to the social clubs or something, they go, oh, come, a nice little family party. You go there, it's a setup. They close the doors on you and they cut you up and you got a big, that's been happening a lot too. So my cousin, I said, yo, man, I don't know, this sounds like something good. So we went to the door, and I was just amazed that when we came in, all you heard was music, right? But next thing you know, you see some people dancing, you know, because they probably all been used to it. Dancing some funk dance or whatever, with girls and everybody. And you're like looking at them like, yeah, yeah. And then this guy gets up, and it's the guy, bam. And I look at him, I'm like, oh, that's that motherfucker. He said he's a Black Spade. I said, yo, it's a setup. You know, so we started going closer to the door. Van Barther's up there. He said, excuse me, yeah. And his voice sounded real soft. You know, like, it sounded harsh. He's like, excuse me, can everyone be quiet for a minute? And the music on, he was like, I'm trying to do this because I feel like all we're doing is killing each other. He said things like, now he realized why they always left the gangs alone. Even though gangs members got arrested here and there, he wanted to know why the gangs were continuously on through the 50s on to the 70s. Why? And he said, you know why? Because they don't give two shits about us. He said, they don't care about us, and they want us to end each other.
The hip-hop movement dented that whole gang thing. It's like, hey, this is something else that we can get on. It can empower us. We can still be like a bunch of dudes rolling, but we rolling with something that's cool. We ain't gotta hide what we doing. We ain't gotta run from no police. It could be a whole bunch of us all together, and it's all good because we here in peace.
It's the Bronx in the house.
See, Bam kept it in the parks. Bam kept staying in the park and kept doing his thing in the parks, in the schoolyards, where anyone could go in there, you know? 11-year-old kid could walk in there. A kid and his mother could go in there. The jams in the park are the best I ever had in my life.